So I read a really interesting article today. It was talking about that classic situation of motorcycles not being seen and cars pulling out of an intersection in front of them. But they're sort of looking at a slightly different angle. Their study basically suggests that they're not seeing them. It's suggesting that they're actually forgetting that they're there. Imagine this scenario: someone's sitting in their car. They look to their right. They're pulling out onto a road. They're looking to their right, and they see a motorcycle coming. They then look to their left, and then by the time they look to their right again, they've forgotten that they've seen a motorcycle. Now that's what this study is suggesting is basically their short-term memory. And our short-term memory is so short that if you're not focusing on what you're doing and really thinking, that you can wipe that memory pretty quickly, which is a pretty crazy idea, but I kind of like it. It's a theory that really, I think it really fits. However, not really sold on them actually proving it. I don't think that I think the way they conducted the experiment doesn't really differentiate between the difference of the participants seeing the car driver seeing the car and forgetting it, and them just not seeing it in the first place. I don't think the study really proves their point. However, I do kind of like the theory, because the amount of times I've approached an intersection and approached a car looking to pull out, and they've literally looked directly at you, like they've looked you, like you would swear that they're looking you in the eye, and then look the other way and then pull out. Like, it's happened to me numerous times. I've seen that exact scenario. So therefore I kind of like the theory, but I'm just not 100% certain on that it actually, the way they conducted the experiment actually proves the point. But curious to know what you think. I don't know, do you like this theory? Do you think it makes sense? Do you think it holds water? Water? There's a shark in the water. An American friend of mine always pays me out for saying the word water. It's got a T in it, water. Not in Australia, it doesn't. It's water. Anyway, but the reason why I like this theory, the reason why I think it's and it's quite an interesting one, it just further proves how the lack of attention that people have to driving a car. How driving a car is not the number one priority that people have when they're driving a car, which is kind of scary. The way we kind of live our lives these days, that it's all digital, reactive lifestyle, the infinite scroll of Instagram, and how it affects our brains, how it affects the way we think. I'm often having conversations with my son about how he doesn't sort of forward plan and forward think things. He's very, very reactive, which is, a part of just being young. But it's also, he plays a lot of video games, right? And video games just train your brain into being purely reactive. That's very generalizing, of course, but but a lot of what we do these days, we don't calculate things in our brains because we have a calculator. We've got a calculator on my watch, for Christ's sakes. So at the shops the other day, and we're trying to work out how much something was with the 40% discount. So I just asked my watch, what's 40% off whatever it was, and it just gives me the answer. Like, I don't even have to think about it anymore. Does all this digitalization of thought change the way we approach things? And this is just another example of how it's directly affecting the way we live. If anyone else has noticed my fuel light flashing. $36,000 already. go. Scary intersection. Anyway, I'd love to know your thoughts on that theory. What do you reckon? Does that make sense? Do you think that's plausible? Do you think that's even possible? It makes sense to me. I like it as a theory. Either way, stay safe and have fun. See you guys. Oh yeah, by the way, what do you think of the trying a different resolution? So I'm going at 4K, but in super view. So see how that looks.